All right, man. We got a Lindoo video. Villains need to win. Let's see what she's talking about. It's been a second, man.
Now I know it's been a minute.
Damn, you pulled a me hiatus. 3 months? I'm not gonna lie, that's not a me. Mine was worse, but damn close.
We're back. And from the title alone, you should already know what type of timing I'm on with this one. This may sound a little OD, but it's time to let evil triumph. And I'm not talking anti-heroes or even...
Alright, look. What do you mean let evil triumph? Bro, like, what are we talking about? You just want a villain to come into anime and kill the protagonist? Like, please, you gotta elaborate.
villains winning a battle but still losing in the end. That's all Mickey. I'm talking about fully fledged out villains completely coming out on top. Like, nah, that's it. That's the story. And I really want y'all to grasp what I'm saying with this one. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, when I say villains need to come out on top more, I don't just mean to start having any random villain win, but villains with substance, good reasoning, or even ones who planned and thought everything through. Yeah, I for one would actually want to see them come out on top.
Niggas want no hope, that's crazy.
But before
this remind me when I had that crash out about niggas relating to villains. Like, what do you want a villain to win for, man? I don't understand this already.
y'all say I'm bugging, let me give y'all my reasons, or better yet, my criteria for this. So first off, yes, some villains be having very valid or relatable reasons. Like, sometimes good enough to make you question who's...
Oh, bro, what did I just say? What do you mean relatable reasons? What do you mean relatable reasons? Dude, what do you mean, bro? How are you related to a villain, bro? How are you doing this, bro? Please, someone explain how the fuck you're relating to a villain, bro.
Thought you should be on for real.
That ass.
So that's definitely one. Two would probably have to be the thorough planning that certain villains be doing. Like, they really be cooking up. Keep in mind, some plans be years into the making. And then three, I just love a realistic outcome. So if letting this specific villain win provides one, I'm all for it. And if not a realistic outcome, even just a shocking one would do just fine. I just feel like in real life, the good doesn't always prevail, so neither should it in certain shows. Alright, so I do feel like all my reasons are pretty...
I mean, that ass, like, there's so many countless villains in anime who literally have their moments, dead ass. Like, relating to villains who commit genocide and other terrorists as well, dead ass. I think so too. I think understandable would be a better word to use instead of relatable.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Something.
So I want to do things a little bit differently today. Instead of breaking each reason down even further, I think it's better to just actually show y'all a few villains who overall I would have been fine with winning. So boom. First we got Aizen, and off.
I should honestly turn this video off right here. That ass. What do you mean you would have been okay with Aizen winning? Fuck no. Hell no.
I gotta say, villains like fucking Aizen are some of the most perfect candidates when it comes to which villain should be prevailing.
Look, Aizen is already considered one of the best villains of all time, bro. This nigga don't need to win his series, bro. This nigga don't need to win Bleach, bro. He's already goated status, bro.
He basically
let him sit on the bench
the way he was scheming. So you mean to tell me Aizen, a nigga who's been watching Ichigo from birth, failed? I won't say it didn't make any sense, because he clearly was getting a little too cocky, but damn. Plus, at the end of the day, Bleach is a battle shonen. You're not typically gonna see the MC lose to a main villain like that. But
I mean, and then you gotta think, Aizen had took a whopping amount of W's throughout Bleach. Nigga, the only Bleach the only L he lost, only L he took in Bleach was fucking losing to Ichigo. That's the only fucking one. Yes, it's the most important one, but nigga, he literally was walking with W's throughout the whole season. Everything was going how he planned for the whole goddamn season. What you mean, okay, if he fucking won?
But Aizen does fit my criteria for the most part. Only really.
I know you did not. I know you did
like
not.
That. But Aizen.
What do you mean, yellow check mark? This should be fucking red. Valid reasons? What? Name me one valid reason Aizen had. Please give me one valid reason this motherfucker had to do what he did. And it is sure better not be fucking relatable. If you relate to Aizen, we need to get you the fuck up out of here, Lindoo. I'm not gonna lie to you. We need to get you gone.
does
need
fit
to
my
get you the fuck
criteria
up
for
out
the
of
most
here.
part. Only real issue I had with him was I didn't think his reasoning was all that. Like, yeah, I know you want to be.
Then why is it a yellow check mark? That bitch should be red. That bitch should be red. It should be a red X right there, not no fucking yellow check
I'm the
mark.
Soul King, but he never really put into detail what exactly he was gonna do to change the Soul Society after becoming the Soul King, which is
I'm not gonna lie. If that's the only reason you need for him to be fucking doing what he did, nigga, throw you Hababa up there too. That ass. He got a better reasoning than fucking Aizen. You want to throw you Hababa up there?
considering how much he yaps throughout the series.
How rude. I'm talking right now, Captain Kyoraku. I intend to continue talking.
Like, he would deadass how smart you and then just go on and on about it. Like, we get it, gang. You got us. But yeah, I think I gotta leave that one yellow. It's valid enough, but he could
turn that bitch red, bro.
put us on more to what he was actually about to do. Especially the way he was yapping about everything else. Anyways, besides that though, I for one would have been fine with him just flat out winning. I mean, he already completed part of his goal, becoming one with the Hogyoku. Like, if you're gonna have him become immortal with that much power, he might as well win too. And bro, it's Aizen, so like, why not? I also feel like it would have provided Bleach with not only a surprising ending, but a legendary one. At least for Battle Shonen standards. Cause I fuck with Bleach, but the most interesting parts in my opinion was everything leading up to the big final battle with Aizen. Everything after his defeat is still good, but I think they could have ended with a higher note. Alright, next up we got Teda Kiseki. Now I'm a little behind on Tokyo Revengers because they refused to
I'm not gonna lie. You lost me at Aizen, and then you just do a fucking Tokyo Revengers villain in this bitch. Dead ass. People be wanting villains to win just to be different. Dead ass.
dub it and call me
Dead
stubborn,
ass.
but
Dead
if I
ass.
started the show in one language, I like to continue it that way. So I'm like just now accepting defeat and actually
No,
catching up on the
Kiseki.
latest episodes via sub. But yeah, from what I've seen so far, Kiseki does fit most of my criteria. And I know people may not like that because I barely
I'm glad you got a
does
fucking
fit most of
red
my
X on this
criteria.
nigga. Aizen should have a fucking red X too. I don't know why you got a yellow check mark next to that nigga. I don't know why you got a yellow check mark next to that nigga. Dead ass.
I know people may not like that because I barely ever see Kiseki fans, but he got it as a villain. Like,
that motherfucker took hella dubs too. Nah, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, I don't know what she tweaking on, bro. Like, damn, like, I don't know what she tweaking on, bro. Dead ass. This motherfucker took hella dubs too. Dead ass. I mean, he do not deserve a win at the end
bro,
of the show,
look
bro.
at his
Like,
face.
nigga,
That
W
smile
it
just
up.
pisses you off. And I can't lie. Around the third, fourth time Takamichi went back to the present, I was like, alright, maybe it's just not meant to be. I like Hina too, but I'm starting to lose motivation to save her, and I'm not even the one doing it. Even without watching a lot of isekai, I've seen enough regular time travel anime to know this was becoming excessive. And it's really crazy because Kiseki isn't even a crazy mastermind or anything, but for Tokyo Revenger standards, he was doing just fine. I mean, these are kids he's manipulating at the end of the day, but shit, he's one himself, so I can't even hate for real. Plus, kids or not, I'm def gonna question anyone who's constantly walking around like this.
Alright, we have something. Oh, nah. You a villain? What? No. Nah, you a whole villain. I can see it on your face. No, I can see the. No, you're not getting these. No.
Now, as for his reasoning, it was pretty lame, can't lie. He's crashing
Did you just say? Oh, never mind.
out
Never mind.
over getting dubbed. Lame ass. And he might have had a better chance if he would just stop making that face. Like,
Bro, like, this who you want to win? Dead ass. This who you want to win? Like, come on, bro. We gotta be serious.
why would you
bro.
propose like that? Yo, guys be getting their heart broken one time as a kid and just be turning into full-blown menaces. I mean, I kind of feel him only because it's not like he got outshined by someone like Mikey or Dragon. It's Takamichi. People be respecting him for getting his ass whooped. So Hina picking him over you just means you really had to be ass. Which he was. He literally stood there like a bot while she was being picked on. I'm not fucking with you either. So I'm sure that's tough to cope with, but it's not excusing anything. And as for the type of ending him actually winning would provide, Well, Tokyo Revengers is a battle shonen too, but I think it's the one I feel the strongest about doing something like this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A lot of newer battle shonen has been able to come across way more mature, so it's appealing to all kinds of audiences.
Tokyo Revengers is not mature at all. Like it's literally not even touching that at all, bro. Like keep it in its own lane, bro.
So I truly think they could have pulled off having a realistic outcome like that. But yeah, yo, I know everyone may not like it because it's Kiseki, but if he was able to come out on top, I wouldn't mind it. It would suck for Takamichi, but hey man,
We over two,
can't
bro.
make everyone happy.
We gotta get one
Alright,
on the
let's
board.
move on to our next candidate. Now, while almost all the villains from Naruto have very valid reasons, I think Madara is the one I would feel the best about actually winning. Well, Sasuke too, but Madara, he really has green checks all.
We 0 for 3. We 0 for 3. We 0 for 3. Dead ass. Look, this video is making me confident that we don't need villains to win. Dead ass. So we don't
Across
need
the
it to
board.
win at all.
So besides already having a very valid reason, which I'll get to in a second, I gotta say his planning was pretty up there too. And I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for that part. Maybe because he did end up getting outsmarted himself, really due to.
What do you mean he doesn't? What do you mean he doesn't get enough credit? What do you mean he doesn't get enough credit? Throw the script out the window? I mean, it's literally high schoolers going through puberty fighting each other. I wouldn't mind a villain crashing out over getting dumped. I mean, like I said, it's solid reasoning, but like, I mean,
Plot, but
keep
I
that
don't think that
nigga-
takes away from his thorough planning. Like, first of all, Obito should not have been that easily talked no jutsu'd. He literally tried.
What do you mean? What do you mean not easily talk no jutsu? What do you mean not easily? This nigga just went through like fucking 5 episodes of character development. Dead ass. I mean, we all saw that shit
Try to
coming.
betray Madara out of nowhere. Like, you're telling me after clapping your own clan, attacking the village, offing the Hokage, aka your old sensei, not to mention his wife, and starting a war, all it takes is Naruto, a random kid, not a
That's not all it took, bro. Do not shortcut how Obito switched up, bro. It did not just take Naruto talk no jutsu in that nigga. A lot of shit happened
Kakashi,
between
your
there.
old friend, to basically tell you to chill and you completely switch sides? That's literally just plot, bro. I'm sorry, but if he felt a way about Madara possibly manipulating him, we should have at least seen some type of doubt in him about his actions before the talk with Naruto. And then the talk with Naruto would just be giving him that extra push. So the only iffy part with the planning is the fact he got outsmarted by Zetsu, which I still think was a cop-out, but fuck it, it happened. Now going back to his reasoning, very, very valid. If me and a friend co-found a village, but his little brother keeps doing little funny racist shit towards me, I'ma def feel away. And then on top of that, your own people basically turn against you and say you're the one doing too much? Yeah, alright. Madara really just seen what Tobirama was trying to do from a mile away. So after that, Madara basically said he's gonna do things his own way, which led to him casting the Infinite Tsukuyomi.
Am I the only one that think like Madara kind of weak for not just getting it back, like on Tobirama? Like, nigga, I would have got that shit back in blood. Nigga, I'm not running away from the village and taking a fucking 3-decade-long plan to get my get back. Nah, I'm getting it back on that nigga in blood, bruh. Tobirama would have had to see me, dead ass.
Which is
would have
actually
to
the
see
most
me.
controversial thing about Madara to me. I've always seen both sides of it because yeah, I get it. The Tsukuyomi is taking away the option of free will and draining their chakra until they're white Zetsus, but he didn't know about that last part until way later. So to be honest, since when is putting people in their best possible dream really all that villainy? In my eyes, Madara is really just an extremist. At the end of the day, he wanted to achieve true peace in the shinobi world.
Bro, see, this how people be trying to give Aaron credit right here, dead ass. Yup, he should have just jumped Tobirama. I'm glad I'm not the only one who think that he should have just boxed Tobirama. Like, if I'm in Madara position, Tobirama is going down with me, nigga. Y'all want to outcast me out the village? Y'all want to be on some weird shit? Nigga, Tobirama coming with me, nigga. He coming with me, dead ass.
Bro, he just took very rash action.
I think Madara weak as fuck for waiting 4 decades to do this fucking long, elaborate ass plan that was fucking weak, to be honest. Like, that shit was fucking weak. I needed
And
this
me,
shit.
him winning would provide. It's like I said with Bleach, but
Madara's
times 10.
still cool,
Because
though,
I
like,
know the little
he should've
Kaguya
just got it back
reveal
in
was
blood.
setting up Boruto, but one, I don't even watch Boruto, and two, It just felt kind of cheap and rushed. It just felt out of place. So I, for one, could have done without it. And last but not least, we got possibly the best villain on here. Shogo Makishima was something different. He was standing on business.
Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this?
Just really doing some devious shit that just makes you say, yo, this is a villain. And it's just like, I can't even be mad at him for real. Because besides just looking good, I
ain't seen this show in so fucking long.
His reasoning was beyond justified. Not gonna lie,
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot this nigga existed, bro. Is that crazy, bro? I forgot this nigga existed.
A whole separate video on how ass the Sybil system really is. But to keep it short and sweet, the Sybil system is something that is heavily dependent on in the Psycho Pass universe. It does everything, but yet has so many flaws. Now, regardless of Makishima's personal issues,
I mean, dead ass, like, that's just modern technology. Dead ass, like, that's literally one of the respectable things about Psycho Pass. Look, Psycho Pass season 1 kind of people.
He's seen the system for what it
My
was.
dead ass
They're
forgot
letting
about that nigga.
computer determine way too much. Like, I got a little more upset than usual, and now I'm a leading criminal? That's OD. You can literally experience some sort of emotional trauma, and they're instantly sending you to the mental hospital, or just offing you just because you're too much of a possible threat. There's way more to it, but just off that alone, I was already on his side. It's really a terrible way to govern. So through planning and manipulation, he exposes time and time again how the system is just flawed, basically planting the seeds of doubt in the public's head about the system they heavily rely on. Now, as for the type of ending him prevailing would provide, well, first off, let me say, I f with Psycho Pass, but after season 1, I dropped it. Season 2 just wasn't hitting, so that's even more of a reason why he should win. But
I mean, you can't use that as a point, like, just because the second season was trash. Like, that's like me saying Jason should have killed Kaneki season 1, just because the rest of Tokyo Ghoul was trash, the anime, not the manga. Like, that's exactly what you're saying. Like, no, don't.
Besides that, Psycho Pass is a seinen, so having an ending where the villain comes out on top would just be like the icing on the cake.
It's like, dead ass, this nigga is still crazy. Like, you dead ass endorsing Psycho Pass to win shows. Like, these are not just regular niggas, nigga. These are psychopaths. These are literal psychopaths. Madara is a fucking psychopath. Literally, almost all these villains are damn near psychopaths. Like, we do not want them niggas to win the show.
I just wanted to discuss something that clearly a lot of anime are afraid to do. And trust me, I get the not wanting a villain to win in standard battle shonen. The attendant audience is probably not going to want to see their favorite hero get beat by a villain. But once we get into other demographics and genres, that's a different story. I've just always felt like...
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I was watching Monster and Johan would have won at the end, I would have fucking deleted that shit. Like, I would have gone through all hell to make sure Monster would never be watched by another person. A lot of anime are afraid to do that because it's gonna suck. Yep.
Most stories don't need a happy ending. You can still have a good story where the hero doesn't prevail, especially in the more realistic type anime. Shit, I wouldn't even mind if villains who are just evil to be evil come out on top here and there. Being a hero is overrated anyways. Nah, but for real, I really want to know what some other villains y'all wouldn't have minded.
Look, the only show that I think that could have pulled this off is Death Note, and that's because he's a protagonist. Deadass. Light is the only character I think for a villain to win, because that nigga's deadass a villain. No anti-hero shit, that nigga's a villain. That's the only show that could have done it, and it would have been right. And you didn't even put that nigga on the list, so you went 0 for 4, deadass. But that's the only nigga where it could make sense. Everybody else, no. Like, deadass. Lindoo, that's another interesting video from you, I'm not gonna lie. And it's been a while. Like, you always manage to shock me with your takes, I'm not gonna lie.